my beautiful students, and welcome back to my channel Tech Diaries. This is Aprajita and I welcome all of you in this channel. Previously we had completed the internal hardware components of the computer. Today we will deal about the external hardware components of the computer, but before carrying onwards on our video, I would like you to please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also click the bell button icon to receive the notifications for the new videos. So let's begin our class for today. We have already learned about the internal hardware components. Today we will be learning about the external hardware components. External hardware components. External means that is seen from outside or which remains on the exterior area. So those hardware components that are not inside the computer but that can be seen with our eyes, we can physically touch them, that are called external hardware. So let us define this. External hardware components. These are also called peripheral components. Are those items that are often externally connected to the computer. Now, why are they connected to the computer? They are connected to control either the input or the output functions. The output functions. These are called the external hardware. So they are also called peripheral components. As you can see, I have written here peripheral components. So don't get confused if peripheral components is used as a term there. Both are the same thing. So all the hardware devices that are externally connected to the computer are called the external hardware components. They are not inside the CPU. You can see it from outside. These are external hardware components. Explaining further, we can write down that these hardware devices are designed to provide instructions to the software for giving the input. You might have been thinking that we all know that softwares are the instruction. Now how does the hardware give the instruction here? So this give instructions to the software in the form of input or render results or gives the result from its execution, the execution of the instructions, and that is in the form of output. Now let me give you an example how you are using the hardware to give the instruction to the software. If you are clicking on or operating any operation in the computer, or you are giving any instruction just to save or open a file, that is a input, and that input is given to the software by the help of the hardware. We cannot directly use the hardware without the help of software. So here we use hardware to give the input. If you are typing something, you are typing on the keyboard to give the input to the software. So in that way we are providing input and instructing the software to do a certain operation with the help of hardware. Now after the execution or completion of the operation, whatever result is there, that is given from the software to the hardware as a form of output. I hope it is clear from now. There are several components that are termed inside the external hardware components. So we will just list out a few, and most of you might have been familiar with these examples, because if you are using computer, you are using it on a day-to-day basis, you might also know what these components are and how they work out. So the first example is mouse. Let me give you a short explanation of all these components. Mouse is an input device, and there are 2 or probably 3 buttons in the mouse. Some may have the scrolling wheel too. So this device is used for providing input in the form of click. Okay, if we have to select any operation, then we use the mouse button. If you have to open some kind of menus or pop menus or right click menu, so you will use the mouse button for doing that. We can also scroll a file by using the mouse button. Keyboard, it is also an input device, that is also an external hardware component, because you can see it is outside the CPU obviously, and this is also used for providing instructions to the software in the form of input. Whatever you are going to type, or you are writing some data or information into the computer, you input it by the use of keyboard. Our next hardware component is the microphone, or you can say mic in short. So this is also an input device, and it is used to provide the input to the computer in the form of audio files. If you want to speak something, or you want to record your voice over something, so you can use a microphone for doing that. You can connect the microphone to the computer and just do your work. Camera, it is also an input device that captures your images, or you can record the video also, because nowadays camera has been used in many ways. So you can do both of them and just send it as an input. Touchpad, it has a touch sensitive screen which can be used for various purposes. USB flash drive. Now what is this? USB flash drive is a port where USB can be inserted. Memory card. USB flash drive can also be termed as pen drive. Okay, it is the same thing. Memory card is a chip which stores the information or data inside the computer, but it is not actually installed inside the computer. You might have seen a small black color chip which is inside your Android phone, or it may be in the simplest form of phones also, and this chip is used to store audio, videos and different kinds of data or files inside it. So this is not installed inside the CPU. You can externally use it and you can retrieve it. Our next component is monitor. Monitor is an output device which is used to display the result or the output to the computer user. Whatever we see, whatever we are working in, we can see it through the monitor. And monitor is also known as the soft output device, because whatever output it is providing us, we can only see it but cannot touch it. Next, let's come to printer. It is also an output device, and the results that are shown on the monitor can be printed on the printer with paper with the help of this printer. So that's why it is also called hard output device. since we can touch physically the results that have been taken out from the computer. Next device is speakers. It is also an output device, and this device is used to provide output in the form of sounds. Like when you are playing music, obviously it is connected with the speaker, so you can hear the music. So the speaker is giving out music to you, giving out audio to you, you can hear it. When it is giving out the results, it automatically becomes an output device. Headphones, earphones or earbuds, they all are output device. The same as the speaker, they also give out sound as output. So whatever input, output and storage devices that you see are all examples of the external hardware components. I hope you have understood everything. If you still have doubts, you can write me down in the comment section. I will try to solve it as best as I can. So thank you. This much for today's class. See you in our next class. Till then, bye bye and take care.